All right, hello everyone. It is the spring of 2020. How strange is that? Happy spring, everyone. I hope everyone is indoors enjoying each other's company and not outdoors enjoying the spring rain. Anyway, I do have some background noise going, so I apologize for that. But with a bunch of people home and work needing to be done, it is what it is. So here goes. I'm going to cover the digestive system in 7 slides. And in those 7 slides, I'm going to cover the large intestine, the pancreas, the small intestine, the liver, and the stomach. But we're first going to start in the mouth. So the mouth or the oral cavity is going to have 3 parts: the esophagus, the pharynx, as well as the oral cavity. Okay. And of those things, we are going to be looking at all of them in order to understand the digestive system. So it's good to be here. I would like you to know that this is a difficult time, and if you're here doing your notes, good for you. So there's 2 different functions of the digestive system that are very important, and those would be digestion and absorption. So when you eat food, you first have to break it down, and then once you break it down, you have to bring it into the blood. So that way the blood can carry it around. And how is that going to happen? Well, we're going to start with the idea of mechanical digestion. So mechanical digestion is what happens mostly in your mouth, in the sense that you bite your food and you chew it. As you bite and chew your food in your oral cavity, it's going to mix with some enzymes. We're going to have some salivary amylase, some lysozyme, and we're going to have some mucin. So these 3 things are there in order to help you break down your food in mechanical digestion. So what's going to happen is as it moves through your system, it's going to pass some different cells along the way, and those different cells along the way are going to be a lining or a covering on the inside of your intestines. So please remember what a lining and a covering does. A lining and a covering is going to absorb and secrete. Okay, so we can see some goblet cells here producing some enzymes and other secretions. We can see the underlying cells that are here holding it in place, connective tissue of some kind. All right, and remember the end goal is that we are going to be adding nutrients, which are large molecules, into the blood. So when you eat, your food's going to be full of a number of different things, which we'll talk about as we go, but it's going to be mixed in the mouth with the salivary gland productions. So saliva is what we produce in our mouth, and it has salivary amylase, lysozyme, and mucin. And you need to notice the 3 different functions of each of these. So the salivary amylase digests starch. So when we say starch, hopefully you know that we're talking about rice, pasta, bread, and hopefully when I say rice, pasta, and bread, you're thinking carbs, carbohydrates, okay? So remember that each part of this equation is going to take care of different things, okay? So you start digesting your carbohydrates in your mouth. You're also going to have something that is going to take care of some bacteria, the lysozyme. Zyme tells us that it's some sort of enzyme, and those enzymes are definitely going to help keep you healthy. The last thing that's added is a lubricant. Hopefully you all understand a lubricant is something that makes something move past, and at this point we need to move into the stomach. So the mucin is going to help the food slide from your mouth into your stomach. And as that food moves down, we change it from food to bolus. So you chew your food and then you swallow your bolus. Okay, so bolus is a word that means food that's headed towards your stomach. Now, before it gets to your stomach, it has to pass through your throat. And in your throat, you have a couple of things that are really important. So notice that you have your epiglottis is in your pharynx. Okay, so the epiglottis being in the pharynx, this right here is your epiglottis. It is this little piece of tissue that comes up right here. Okay, hopefully you can all see that. Okay, and your epiglottis is going to open and close in order to make sure that your food goes down your esophagus and that the air goes down your trachea. So hopefully you understand the idea that your esophagus is going to lead to your stomach and your trachea is going to lead to your lungs.